Fat girl. Phatgyrlsnoop.
Who's she?
Phatgyrlsnoop.
What was the name again?
I am first time ever in my life. Girl, please.
Hey, what's up, my snoopers? It's Manic Monday. It's your girl, Tony Michelle, aka Phatgyrlsnoop, here to do a quick video on some things I heard last week and some things I heard today. We're going to all get into that shortly but surely. But if you are a new snooper and you'd like to see more of my Phatgyrlsnoop shenanigans, please do not hesitate to like, share, comment, and subscribe on all my videos, because like I said, I'm trying to make it out here in this podcast, aka YouTube world, and I cannot do that without you. And guess what? It don't cost you nothing but your finger muscle and 3 seconds of your time. So go ahead before you leave, like, share, comment, and subscribe, because I want to know what your 2 cents is on the topics that that I'm dropping my 2 cents on today. And if you are a A1 from day one snooper, I just want to let you guys know I appreciate your support. It does not go unnoticed. You know who you are. It's so many to name, but trust me, I know you're watching, okay? Now, we're going to get into some Judge Judy drama. We're going to talk about Joel Osteen. And Joel Osteen. I said Epstein. And then we are going to talk about Bhad Bhabie. Some things going on with her. And I don't know. I'm in the middle when it comes to her, but we're gonna all get into all of that. How was you guys this weekend? I had a great weekend. Spent time with my daughter. We actually did some touring in St. Augustine, Florida. I only have been there on business, never really took the time out to, see what's the haps. But my daughter, she convinced me to go to this torture chamber for like the medieval times. And at first, I didn't want to go. I was like, man, that's kind of lame. It's corny. But when I say that, I am glad that I went, because there were some things that I had no idea was going on back in the day, okay? And and sometimes it's pretty cool to learn things from different people. You might not be into something, but you never know. Once you start doing it, you just might get interest. So shout out to my daughter for making my eyes open just a little bit. And I got to see what people like me, what they call them, gossipers and people that spread the news, so to speak. Man, did those people get tortured bad? All I gotta say is, if you want to see how people like me, who do what I do, was treated back in the medieval times, please go to my TikTok. That's Phatgyrlsnoop. Look me up on TikTok. I got all of that on TikTok. So it was really, really fun. I also got a chance to go to this popcorn place that sells like 100 different kinds of popcorn I never knew existed. But I had the time of my life. It's the simple things that really just make me appreciate life. So like I said, shout out to my daughter for taking me out and hanging out with her old mama. Okay. Well, I hope you guys have a great weekend. I don't know about you guys, but as usual, this is a Monday that felt like a Monday. But as far as me, time went by really, 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 really fast for me. So, let's just hope that this trend, goes throughout the whole week. Okay. But let's talk about some things. Okay. Now, first of all, we gotta talk about uh Judge Judy. Now, I don't know how to feel about this. According to reports, her old bailiff is saying that he was blindsided not being invited to her new show. Now, to me, I could just in my head, I'm thinking Judge Judy is like, hey, new hairdo, new bailiff, new show. Who this? Okay. Her bailiff says that, he was confused about and dismayed over not being invited to her new show. Now I am going to pull up my screen so you all could share my screen so we could actually look at this together forever. All right. So can you guys see my screen? Okay, so we all know this is Judge Judy and her old bailiff. And the first trailer for the new Judy show dropped last month, revealing her new bailiff, Kevin Roscoe, whom she called one of the warmest people. Now, this is the new bailiff. This is Kevin, and this is Judy's new hairdo. She went from her old, what do you call it? Thelma, Tina Turner. She had this style for like a good 25 years, y'all. Come on, admit it, okay? But now, Miss Thing, she says she's in a whole nother new world and she's trying to, come with the trend. So she had to out with the old and in with the new. A new dude and a new dude for a bailiff. And this is the guy right here. He kind of looks like Keenan to me a little bit, Keenan from Saturday Night Live, just with a bald head. To me, I don't know if it's the smile, it's the eyes, I don't know. But people are saying that she's acting like really shady. Now, Judge Judy, her name, Judge Judy Scheindlin has since released a statement about her old bailiff Petrie Hawkins Bird being absent from the show. Now, this is what she said. She said, Bird is terrific, and we had a great 25-year run. This is a whole new program with a whole new cast and exciting energy. That's just what she told Entertainment Weekly. Now, according to People, however, the Bird feels and sees things quite differently. Okay, this is according to People. Okay, now Petrie, I'm just gonna call him Bird. Shout out to my cousin Bird in Jamaica. Bird opened up to Entertainment Weekly about his absence from the upcoming courtroom reality series after appearing alongside Judge Judy, who is now 78 years old or years young, since 1996 for the entirety of her run on network television. Okay, now this is what he said. He said, my assumption is if you were going to do something else, that you were at least going to ask me if I want to have the opportunity to audition for the role. Now, Bird, he's 63 years old. He said that he heard about the Judy Justice show when she announced the new show back in March of 2020. Now, since production wrapped on the final season of Judge Judy in April, Bird was actually focused on caring for his sick wife, a longtime producer of the show. Okay, so that kind of like a stab in the back to me. Okay, so his wife prepared to undergo some serious brain surgery. Our prayers are with her. And she has since completed her third round of chemo, and doctors successfully removed 95% of her tumor. Praise God on that. Okay. Now this is what Bird recounts. He says, she informed me I was not being asked to come along on the project. I didn't inquire as to why. That's her choice. But she did inform me that fundamentally, I was priced out as the new bailiff on her show. My salary would have been too much. I was curious. How would she know? She didn't even ask me. She didn't give me an opportunity to have accepted a lower salary. Although he said that the call ended pleasantly enough, he still felt left out. He said, I don't think she understood how confused and dismayed I was after being there for 25 years from the beginning of her career and not being at least given the opportunity to say whether or not I wanted to continue that relationship. Bird has since set his sights high on new jobs, including a recent spot on the boat in the Beautiful, in addition to a whole bunch of voiceover roles. So he continues, I'm like, if I did something wrong or offended you or brought shame to the show, or if I was involved in numerous scandals in the 25 years we were together, I might understand why you didn't want to bother in the end. That's just the way it went. I just know that God has something else for me. Now, Bird also noted that the new bailiff, let me bring him back up again. This is the guy right here. This guy, okay? He said that this guy was actually a security guard for Judge Judy while she was Judge Judy. So he got promoted from security detail to being her bailiff on the show. Well, I said upgrade, but it sounds like a downgrade because I would assume that a security guard, like a detailed security guard like that, as far as watching somebody for 24 hours or watching somebody during an event, or in her case during her TV show, I would think that he was actually getting paid more as a security guard, but maybe he wanted like more television exposure, so which is why he probably took the pay cut. So I found that was very interesting. Now, to me, okay, based on my Phatgyrlsnoop evidence, I just feel like he just didn't want to be on the show. Look, he looked like he didn't want to be there half the time. This was his face 90% of the time. Now, I don't know if he didn't want to be there or just that he just didn't want to be hearing Judge Judy. You know how she is. She cuts people off in mid-sentence, like type of thing. She also yells a lot. So I mean, maybe maybe he was maybe he could have been just tired. Maybe he just wanted to at least have her actually make it seem like she cared, that she gave a damn. Okay, because it appears that she didn't, because he had to hear it about her new show when pretty much everybody else did. So that's not a slap in the face. I don't know what is. But then at the same time, friendships, they grow. They either grow together or they grow apart. It's never in the middle, you know. So, maybe he cherished her friendship a lot more than she cherished their friendship, because the way she told Entertainment Weekly was, oh, well, it's been a good run. Basically, it's not me, it's you type of thing. But let me know y'all 2 cents on that. Do y'all think that Judy, did she owe Bird an explanation about, him not coming back to her new and what she calls an improved show? Or do you think that, he would had to audition like anybody else if he was given the opportunity? Or do you think that, maybe she should have gave him a heads up before announcing the new show? Let me know y'all 2 cents on that, okay? Personally, I think as a friend, especially finding out that his wife was one of the producers on the show, I mean, at least, these are people that worked for you for 25 years. 25 years. And you couldn't even pick up the phone call. It was like, look, man, I'm just gonna tell you before everybody else tell you, the network, they're trying to go in a new direction. It's not something that I want to do, but it is what it is, and I want you to hear it from me first. Maybe he would have respected that more versus you blindsiding him and letting the world know he find out with the world. But let me know y'all 2 cents on that. Okay, what else are we going to talk about? All right, so I don't know if this subject has been going crazy. So I don't know if you guys know who Bhad Bhabie is. Bhad Bhabie is the Dr. Phil girl, the girl who was the Catch Me Outside girl. Her name is Danielle. That's her real name. Remember her? She was on Dr. Phil, as being like a teen who did listen to their parents. Her parents. She talked to her mom any kind of way. Dr. Phil was basically, and back then, Danielle, Catch Me Outside, how about that? And people were, and Dr. Phil was kind of like trying to play her out in a sense, because she, she speaks urban, so to speak. And so, they were just trying to play her out. While she was on the show. They even sent her to one of those camps for bad kids, and she actually exposed the whole thing about what really went on behind the scenes at that camp. She blew it wide. Once she got her claim to fame, and people hate on her, she pretty much got her claim to fame like the Kardashians. And I don't blame her. She took her 5 seconds of fame and she actually made it into a longer fame. Okay, so people thought she was gonna be, 5 minutes and it's up, 15 minutes is up. No, baby girl was here to stay. She dropped music, she did everything. She put Dr. Phil on blast. She's all over CNN. I'm talking about even CNN anchors know who the girl is. Okay. Now this is Bhad Bhabie while she was on Dr. Phil. Okay, and this is how she looks now. She is being accused of being or participating in blackfish. Now, in case you guys don't know what a blackfishing is, it is a recently coined term used to describe someone accused of pretending to be black on social media by using makeup, hair products, and in some cases, surgery to drastically change their appearance. Now, Bhad Bhabie is coming for the people who's coming for her, saying that that's exactly what she's doing, and they're saying how she looks. She's looking different every time she goes on her Insta. But she decided to respond to her haters, as she likes to call it, in the video that I'm about to play in the moment. Now, like I said, so after facing criticism about her new look, okay, she finally came clean about getting lip fillers and other work done. Now, she also stands by the fact that she is changing physically. It's a physical evolution. And she notes that everyone starts to glow up as they age. Now, Bad Barbie, now listen, girl. Listen, girl. Now, I mean, I'm a lot older than you, child. Now, the only thing I could say is that that might be some cases, okay? I mean, there are people who glow up when they get older, and there are some people who glow down when they get older. Trust me, I've seen both sides of the spectrum. I like to think, I don't know, might be some people who I went to high school with that's watching right now, but I think that I maintain, I'm straight down the middle. I mean, listen, I've seen people my age with no teeth, wrinkles, mad gray hair. I'm just glad that, God blessed me with the chompers. Okay. All right. Okay. And it also blessed me with the knowledge to use a toothbrush every now and then. Okay. All right. So okay, well, back to Bhad Bhabie. So I'm gonna play this video that she posted on her Instagram, where she says that she is addressing you haters for the last time. Okay, so let's listen to what she got to say, and I'm gonna come back with my commentary. Here we go.
This is gonna be my last time addressing this. Y'all look at paint pictures of me when I was 14, with no makeup on, makeup whatever, and me with no eyebrows, to pictures of me 18, almost 19 with makeup on. That's the point of wearing makeup. I have a fat ass nose, so I like to make it smaller with makeup. People do contour on their cheeks all the time, even though I already have whatever, jawline, eyes, whatever, cheeks lines, whatever.
All right, so as you heard, she says that, she doesn't feel like she's blackfishing. She says she says she got a half syringe of lip fillers a couple of months ago. She got veneers and Sculptra and silicone in her left butt, and she's been quite open about that. I've heard her say that before. Now, she says now, as far as the blackfishing goes, it's down to 2 points. Okay, she said she might look a different ethnicity, ethnicity. She looks ethnic. Okay, she says because of wigs and makeup. So because she tries on different wigs and she wears darker makeup, of course that's gonna not make her look as Caucasian as we all know that she is. She said, to her point, she said, what's the point of my wearing makeup if it don't make me look better? I'm only 18. Would I get full facial reconstruction surgery when I don't even know how I'm going to look when I get older? So she also goes on to say that, her look evolution, pictures of her when she was 13, when she was on the Dr. Phil show. And, I really have to kind of be on her side in a sense, not about the blackfishing part. But if you go back and you watch the Dr. Phil show, right, when she was on it, if you go back and watch it, right, you will most definitely notice that she talks, quote unquote, urban. Like she's like, yeah, she's like twisting her head. She's like this and that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not that she got her little claim to fame and she did an automatic switch up. It looks like she was into, that kind of life before that. And it seems like she was into black dudes before that, before the Dr. Phil show, which may have been one of the reasons why her mom brought her on the show in the first place. Now I have to give it to her. I mean, she, like I said, she took that 5 minutes of fame and she made it work for her. And if anybody else is hating on that, you can't, because if you was in her shoes, you would have did the exact same thing. Okay, anybody would. Anybody would. Okay, so she used that catch me outside stuff. She used it to her advantage. She came out with a couple of singles. These singles went platinum. She apparently was the youngest artist on Billboard to do platinum. So I mean, I can't hate on the girl. Okay, but what I can say, right, is at first she wasn't really paying attention to the haters, as she calls them. But when she revealed her new look after she got her, couple of things done, and someone made a comment like, "Oh man, she went to 14 to 35 real quick." That's pretty much when she became defensive. And she just started to go off and alleges that she did heavy makeup just to test the waters to see how people would react, and people felt the test. And she said she came back on she put this video on TikTok. That's when everybody noticed her new look, and she started going to defense mode and saying that, "I just want y'all to know that y'all failed the test, girl, sis, whatever." Now, my opinion is, I mean, non-blacks tried to steal the culture every day, B. It is not anything new. Okay. We've seen the Woe Vickies. We've seen some of the Kardashians. We've seen who else? God, I could just, we see Madonna, okay? Justin Bieber. I could just go on and on and on. It's not unusual for non-blacks to steal the culture beat. It happens all the time, okay? It's nothing new. Okay, what did Damon Dash call them? Culture vultures. It is nothing new. Now, if you care to know, and you care to want to know her addressing everything, and you want to see the whole video, please go to my Phatgyrlsnoop.co page and go see it for yourself if you care, okay? But drop your 2 cents. Do you guys think, let's look at these pictures again. Hold on. Let's look at these pictures again. This is Bhad Bhabie, aka Danielle, where we met her on Dr. Phil. Excuse me, guys. This is her now. Blackfishing or nah? Drop your 2 cents in the comments. I would love to hear y'all spectrum and y'all 2 cents about this, because I could go on and on about the culture vultures, but where it stopped, no. Okay, it's never going to stop. For some reason, in this picture, she looks like Sky from Black Ink, and Sky got a lot of work done. She got the boobs, the ass, everything done. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in the comments about that. Interesting, right? We went from, I mean, my, how the tables have turned. My. The last thing I want to talk about is Joel Osteen. I used to see Joel Osteen. Let me bring his picture up. Hold on. He just looks so fake to me. I mean, his skin looks fake. His hair looks fake. I mean, he just looks fake to me. Okay? He just looks like super fake, like, just a weird looking guy. Not attractive at all. That's just my opinion. Okay? Now, Joel Osteen's church is voluntarily to repay the federal government $4.4 million in a PPP loans. Now, listen, now you talk about good faith to the government. Okay. Now, it's been reported that televangelist Joel Osteen's mega church in Houston is in the process of paying back $4.4 million Paycheck Protection Program, which we all know, aka is the PPP loan. Now, this is why I'm doing the story, okay? Because it has a good meaning to it, okay, Joel? I know that I, put you through the ringer, but I called you, well, you say you look fake, pasty. It's just weird, okay? Just freaking weird. Now, Fake Steen's Lakewood Church, which is the largest mega church in the United States, received the loan back in July 2020. And once the news broke months later, the celeb man of the cloth got bad criticism for actually applying and taking the loan. The federal government created the PPP loan, as we all know, last year to help businesses cover their employees' paychecks and benefits during the C-19 pandemic. Okay. Now, according to the church's statement, they tried to explain how they use the funds. And this is what the spokesperson stated. They stated, like many organizations temporarily shuttered by the pandemic, this loan provided Lakewood Church short-term financial assistance in 2020, ensuring that its approximately 350 employees and their families would continue to receive a paycheck and full health care benefits. Joel Osteen and Lakewood also claims, now listen, let me just stop right there, right? I don't give a damn why this man took the $4.4 million PPP loan. This is the same man. Do not forget that when they had, I forgot which hurricane it was in Houston, this was the same man who locked their church doors, did not allow anyone to sleep in his church. Remember that? Remember the same people that were paying, their tithes and their offerings was essentially the same people that got blocked out, because his mega church is huge. I believe it is a size of it's huge. It is huge, okay? Huge enough to service thousands of people on Sundays, but not good enough to house thousands of people during a tragic hurricane. And remember, Houston had it bad, okay, during that hurricane. This was the same man that did that. Okay, so that's why I, give him such a hard time. That's why when I see him on the TV, I keep it moving, because if it's all about these fancy suits and the fancy hair, the fancy veneers, the pasty skin, the apparent, I would say he got work done on his face. I'm going to say allegedly, to protect my own derriere. But I do see that, to me, he's looking real under the knife-ish, okay? Very different, okay? Different than Bhad Bhabie, okay? Now, although Joel Osteen says, yes, he does live in a $10.5 million mansion. And yes, he does drive a Ferrari, but he absolutely did not use any of that money to fund his lavish lifestyle. Instead, he used that $4 million to allegedly help out 350 of his workers, his employees. Okay. Now, the good thing is that unlike the others who abused the PPP loan system, the mega church is voluntarily paying every single dime of that $4.4 million loan back, which sounds unheard of because when it comes to places like churches and nonprofit orgs and stuff like that, they do not have to pay that money back. They do not. And the fact that they have less than 500 employees, they definitely don't have to pay it back. So technically, they're actually exempt from repaying it. But Joe Osteen decided that they are going to pay every single dime back. And I believe it was because his behind was put on blast. Okay. And so he's like, well, now that my Ferrari and my mansion, I caught up on my mortgage payment. And now that the world is open up and the parishioners are back in the pews and they're praying and they're, whatever. Now, because my cash flow is coming back, now I could go ahead and look like the holiest of thou. And I want to pay this money back so I don't receive the backlash that I was getting for taking out the loan in the first place. Now, according to reports, he started to pay the money. The church started to pay the money back in January. But I believe they have a long way to go. And I would not be surprised if these parishioners, these churchgoers of his flock are going to help with that loan repayment. Okay. And there I said it. Now I need to know you guys 2 cents about that. Because so far Joel has been really, really quiet, and the church has been really, really quiet as far as, speaking about it directly to social media instead of putting out that whack statement I read to y'all in the beginning. But I need to know y'all 2 cents on this. Do you guys think that he is paying that 4.4 milli to basically save face for taking it out in the first place? Or you think that he's doing it because it's just the godly way to do it? I doubt it. But drop your 2 cents about that. And that is all my time for today. Let me know your 2 cents on the bailiff. Did Judge Judy owe the bailiff, her old bailiff, a explanation about why she, why she didn't hire him again? Or do you feel like, it is what it is? Like, people grow apart every day, B. And what about Bhad Bhabie and her new transformation? Do you guys feel like that she is doing blackfishing? And what about Joel Osteen? Why is he paying that 4.4 million all of a sudden? Is he just being a man of God? Or is he like, when the saints go marching in, when the saints go marching in, I want to be a part of them money's numbers, when those saints come marching in. And remember, if you want to see more of my Phatgyrlsnoop shenanigans, please do not forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe. And listen, I want to thank you guys for tuning in today. And remember, my snoopers, that is PHAT as in pretty, hot, and tempting. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. I will see you guys sometime this week, if not tomorrow. Bye for now.
Girl, Phatgyrlsnoop.